Hi there, welcome to Bitesize Piano. In this lesson we are going to look at add2 and add4 chords. For me they have a really warm feeling and effect about them, like really warming, which I think is perfect for this time of year because it's starting to get quite chilly now. So I'll take you through the most common ones and then I will demonstrate them in a couple of chord progressions just so you can see their effect. So let's dive into the lesson. So we'll just start by going through the more common type of add2 and add4 chords, and we'll start with major ones. So we'll use C major as the basis. So C major is C, E, G. So when we add a 2, we are literally adding the second note of the scale of C major in with that chord. So we get this. And I'm sure you'll agree it adds a really nice sort of warmth to the chord. So it's a major chord and then you add the 2 in there. So when it's add4, it's the same concept. So major chord, but we add the 4th note onto the scale instead. So in this case, the 4th note of the scale of C major is an F. Now these sound maybe slightly more sort of emotional or like heart-wrenching because we have this semitone here between the E and the F. Between the 3rd and the 4th is a semitone. So that's major add2 and add4, quite straightforward. You can also have minors add2 and add4s as well. Let's take C minor, C, E flat and G. The 2nd and the 4th notes will be exactly the same as the major. So the 2nd note and the 4th note of the scale of C major and C minor are the same notes. So C minor add2 is adding the D. And this time we have the semitone between the D and the E flat. And then adding the 4, adding the F. So that's C minor add4. Really lovely, interesting chords just by simply adding a note. I sometimes refer to these as like cluster chords because there's many notes that are very close together. Because they're close together, they add a snugginess, they add a warmth sort of feeling to the colour, to the harmony. So if we demonstrate these chords in a couple of different chord progressions, just ones I've made up. So I'm going to play F major. And then I'm going to play D flat 6, add 6. So I actually very recently did a video all about add 6 chords, so I'll leave that linked in the description because that will follow on nicely from this one. D flat add 6. And then I'm going to add E flat add 2. So nice. And then I'm going to ascend, like a running, ascending, broken up chord of F add 4. So let's just play that with a bit more musicality. I just think if we didn't play those chords with the add 6s and the add 2s and the add 4s, still a nice chord progression. I think particularly when you play it below middle C, really tasty. Adding the 6 and adding the 2s and adding the 4s just gives it so much more colour, like subtle colour, character, warmth, coziness to the sound. While we're on the topic of the ascending and the descending add2 and add4 broken chords, they sound really effective as like fills and runs. And they're quite easy to play because they're quite a distinct pattern.
just do a different chord. So yeah, the one I'm using here is just the F, just because this is the one that we've just played in that chord progression. It's an F add 4. So I'd like to know, how are these chords making you feel? What do you feel when you play them for yourself and when you hear them? Does it make you feel like me, sort of warmth and cozy? Or does it strike any other words or feelings? I'd really love to know. So please let me know in the comment section. So now we'll look at maybe adding minor add 4 and add 2 chords into a chord progression. So I want to play A minor, and then do sort of like a flourish, like a fill if you like, basic fill of an add 4 to an add 2. G major, G add 6, F major, F add 2. I love this turn of events with this D chord, this D major chord here. So they're using a combination of minor add 2s, add 4s, add 6s, again go refer to the other video in the description, add major add 2s as well. They're such an easy one to add because your hands are already usually in the position, so it doesn't usually require you to do a big stretch. You're just simply putting an extra finger down in most cases. So they're a really easy one to add to your chords and your chord progressions without that much more effort.
So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, let me know how these chords made you feel. What words do they conjure up? Please do leave a comment. So I hope you're all well and that I will see you in the next lesson. Bye bye. That's the end of this video. If you have a request, please leave them in the comment section of this video. Also remember to like and subscribe. I've left some videos here you might like, so go and check those out. I also have a course, so if you would like to learn how to read music from scratch, go visit Bitesize Piano Course.co.uk. You can enroll and start learning. I'll see you in the next video.